And then obviously you should all know Denny and Jess in the middle. If you don't know, you're in the wrong wedding. Next to Denny is Johnny, who's a long family friend of ours. He's kind of a cousin from another family, really. And we've got Jae-woo, who's Denny's a long-time friend through uni and school. And then we've got Jimmy, who's unfortunately could not make it tonight because he is stuck in Sydney. Well, he does live there. He's not exactly stuck there. He lives there. But unfortunately, with all the coronavirus pandemic and the restrictions around travels, he's unable to make it tonight. So we decided that he should be part of it as a badminton racket. So we've gone through the housekeeping already, but we're expecting food in about half an hour, so we are going to start with the parents' speeches tonight. So I'm going to ask my dad, who is the groom's father, to come up. And for those of you who don't know, my dad's going to speak in Korean, and I'm going to be translating as we go along in English. So it's going to be a bit longer than you guys expect.
First of all, I really appreciate for your attending for this ceremony. 우선 오늘 이 자리에 함께 해주신 여러분께 감사드립니다. 영어로는 좀 할 수 있겠지만 그래도 제가 제일 못했기 때문에 꽤 영어 한다는 사람한테 부탁했습니다. Yuna to make brief explanation. Okay. 아들의 결혼식이라 저도 이런 일은 처음이라 매우 어색하고 설레기도 합니다. 어떤 것이든 첫 경험이란 다 그런 것이겠죠.
I do have to say up front that my English translation may not be exactly correct, word for word, and there may be the odd bombshells dropped in the middle of it in English as a sister of the groom. But my dad just said, my son's wedding, it's the first time for me too. So I too am somewhat nervous and excited, but I guess there's a first time for everything.
이 스피치를 준비하다 보니 원래 제가 말재주가 없는 터라 슬쩍 좀 컨닝을 하게 됐습니다. 옛날에 쓴 그 몇 장 되지도 않은 잠깐씩 써뒀던 일기하고 낙서를 좀 뒤적거리게 됐는데 아이들 어렸을 때 일들을 갖다 써놓은 것들이 있더군요. 대부분의 아빠들이 그렇듯이 저도 이제 별 보고 출근해서 별 보고 퇴근하다 보니까 아이들이 자라는 모습을 많이 지켜보지 못했습니다. 다만 늦게 들어오면 이제 아이들 엄마가 이제 하루 있었던 일들을 이런저런 얘기를 들려줘서 이제 알게 된 일이 대부분입니다. 이제.
I'm not particularly good with words, so I may have stolen a few lines from here and there for the speech, but I was looking through some of the old diaries and found bits from when the kids were young. Like many fathers, I looked at the stars going to work and looked at the stars coming back home. So I didn't have much time to spend with the kids or watch them grow up. Instead, I would get my daily update from my wife, much like our favourite new show, Jacinda and Ashley.
현진이가 어렸을 때는 꽤 흥이 많아서 노래만 나오면 발레하듯이 발끝으로 콩콩거리고 춤도 추고 흥얼거리기도 했습니다. 다들 주위에 있던 분 아시겠지만 그리고 이제 뒷짐지고 배 내밀고 팔자걸음을 걷는 걸 좋아했죠. 그래서 어려서부터 양반이나 귀족같이 살 팔자였나 보다 했는데 아직까지는 귀족이 될지는 배 나온 아저씨가 될지 잘 모르겠습니다.
When Denny was little, he was full of energy and he loved to dance and hum every time there was music. He always used to walk like an old man with his tummy stuck out and like walking like this. And we thought perhaps he was born to be a nobility. But I'm not sure to this day whether he will age to become a nobility or just an old man with a pot belly.
현진이 어렸을 때 6살쯤 때는 일기에 있던 내용인데 현진이가 이제 엄마한테 자기는 커서 가수가 되겠다 그거 말했답니다. 그러니까 엄마가 가수 같은 거 되면 아빠가 다리 몽둥이 부러질어 놓을 걸 했답니다. 그랬더니 현진이 하는 말이 내일은 내가 알아서 할 거야 그러더랍니다. 그때부터 잘 가르쳤으면 지금쯤 아마 BTS가 됐든지 댄서가 됐든지 아마 연예계 쪽으로 나갔을 것 같은데 6살 때부터 지가 자기 일은 자기가 알아서 한다 그러더니 결국은 결혼까지 지가 알아서 하더라고요. 6살 때쯤에는 이제 제법 말빨이 되니까 엄마랑 투닥거리기도 했는데 97년 3월 29일 일기 중에 보니까 이런 대목이 있더라고요. 엄마랑 둘이서 쇼핑 가다가 제 엄마가 이제 옆에 좌충우돌 하면서 하는 거 갖다 못하게 하니까 제 엄마가 이제 못하게 하니까 왜 못하겠냐고 따지더랍니다. 그래서 이제 제 엄마가 엄마 맘이야 그랬더니 대뜸 한단 말이 엄마 맘 있어 나도 맘 있어 그러더랍니다. 이제 저 당시 이 말을 듣고서 한동안 이제 아이들도 마음에 대해서 생각하게 됐습니다. 아, 저 어린 것들도 마음이란 게 있구나 라는 생각이 그런 생각이 오랫동안 제 마음속에 있었습니다. 이제.
This is a little story from Denny's diaries when he was 6, to be exact, 1997, March the 29th. He told Mum that he wants to become a singer when he grew up. To which my mum replied, "If you did, your dad would break your legs." His reply to this was, "I can sort my own life out." Perhaps if we had taught him from then on, then we might have made him something out of him like BTS or Justin Bieber. But he said he sorted his life out, and look at him here. He has sorted his own wedding out. Denny also used to argue with Mum from a really young age. An entry in his another 1997 diary says how he argued with Mum on the way back from shopping because Mum wouldn't let him do what he wanted to do. And Mum said it was her decision. He bounced back and said, "Well, you're not the only one with your own mind. I can make decisions too." This is when he was 6. This made my dad think for some time afterwards that even small children had their own thoughts and decision-making processes.
사실 선진이는 어렸을 때부터 남들 앞에서 수줍음이 많고 내성적이라 나중에 이게 여자친구나 만날 수 있을까, 뭐 연애나 할 수 있을까, 뭐 이렇게 걱정을 했었는데 인연이 있으면 다 그런 건 소용이 없는가 봅니다. 예. 다 뭐 상관없이 다 잘 만나고 하더라고요. 세상의 모든 부모들이 그러듯이 저도 이들에게 이제 많은 것을 해주고 보다 행복하게 살 수 있도록 지원해주고 싶지만 이미 모두 스스로 일어나서 스스로 여기까지 왔으니 대견하기도 하고 미안하기도 합니다. 제스를 만나 연애하고 결혼하는 것 말고는 지금까지 아마 자기 마음대로 또 하고 싶은 대로 한 것 별로 없이 우리 부모가 바라는 대로 우리 부모가 원하는 대로 성실하고 바르게 살아왔으니 해준 거 없는 마음에 미안하기도 합니다.
We always thought Denny was a shy introvert, and we even worried that he might not even be able to have a girlfriend. But I see that all of that worry was for nothing. A little sisterly edit onto the speech is that Denny's school reports used to come out saying Denny is a very funny and humorous child, and the whole family just looked at each other and went, "What? What? Are they sure they wrote about the same child?" So clearly he was a different person at school as he was at home. Like all parents, we too have wanted to give more than we could. Even without any support from us, he has made it this far on his own, and I'm proud of him. But at the same time, I'm sorry to not have been able to give more.
현진이 어린 시절 이야기를 잠깐 얘기했지만 저가 어렸을 때는 객관적으로도 주관적으로도 꽤 귀엽고 자기 주장이 있었다고 뭐 해두겠습니다. 당연히 지금보다 더 귀엽고 잘생겼다고 생각합니다. 지금은 늙어서 좀 그렇고요.
I did briefly mention Denny's childhood, and as a kid he was a pretty cute child and full of personality. In honesty, I think he was much better looking and cuter in his childhood.
친할머니나 친할머니는 집안에 이제 첫 손주로서 이제 은하가 제일 처음이 나다 보니까 제일 우선했고 사실 누나는 처음이라 많이 관심을 받았지만 현진은 집안의 둘째다 보니까 아무래도 좀 은하보다는 관심을 덜 받았나 뭐 그런 생각이 듭니다. 반면에 이제 외갓집에서는 다 크고 막내다 보니까 외갓집에서는 아마 모든 요구하면 안 들어줄 수 없는 막 땡깡쟁이 왕자로 아주 대접받고 살았다고 생각합니다. 저를 대신해서 가까이 살던 이제 이모, 이모부, 외사촌, 은경이, 병호, 그 다음에 그 삼촌, 외삼촌까지 많은 부분을 채워줬다고 생각합니다. 지금도 외가에서는 뭐 이모나 외사촌들에게 아주 최애 캐릭터로 사랑받았다고 생각합니다. 이제 지금은 이제 또 하나 생기는 바람에 이제 거기서도 떨려놨지만 항상 고맙게 생각하고 이 자리를 빌어 다시 한번 감사하게 생각합니다. 그리고 주위에 많은 분들이 현진이를 사랑해 주시고 아껴 주신데 이 자리를 빌어 감사드립니다.
Growing up, unfortunately, I, Una, was the first child on my dad's side. And I was the centre of my side of the family. And despite being the only boy in this generation, Denny received much less attention on my dad's side of the family. However, on my mum's side, he was a baby of the generation for many, many years, and he was the baby boss. I think his uncle, auntie, and his cousins are Brian and Olivia, and filled in a lot of the gaps that my dad failed to fill as a father, being at work a lot of the times. And Denny's been a family favourite on my mum's side through the years, and although he has recently been pushed aside by the birth of a new niece, who's now barely 10 months old. Regardless, my dad thinks this has been a significant part in his upbringing, and he would like to thank everybody who has been involved and given love and support to Denny over the years.
오늘 이 자리는 신랑 신부 두 사람에게 또는 부모인 저에게도 일생에 몇 번 없는 가장 큰 일 중에 하나가 아닌가 싶습니다. 또한 결혼식은 그동안 누렸던 자유와 권리 대신 몇 배의 책임과 의무를 다짐하는 자리이기도 합니다.
Today's one of the biggest events Denny and Jess will go through in their lifetimes. Likewise, it is a rare occasion for us parents also. A wedding is an occasion to accept responsibility and commitment over some of the freedom one has taken for granted for now.
두 사람은 영화에서처럼 처음 만나서 상대방의 과거, 내면, 환경 등에 대해서 아무것도 모르고 그저 좋다는 감정 하나만으로 만난 지 며칠 만에 결혼하는 것도 아니고 수년간 만나 서로를 알아가고 이해하며 결국 서로의 미래를 맡길 수 있다고 확신하여 드디어 오늘 여러분에게 본인의 결심을 알리게 되었습니다.
Now, unlike in the movies where couples meet and goes to Vegas straight off, Denny and Jess have spent the last few years getting to know and understand each other, and over this time they've come to a decision that they want to commit to each other, and here we are bearing witness to their new journey together ahead.
현진아, 지금까지 잘해왔듯이 앞으로도 항상 내가 올바른 선택을 할 것이라고 믿는다. 살다 보면 혼자 해결할 수 없는 어려운 일이 반드시 생긴단다. 서로 믿고 지혜롭게 잘 헤쳐나가길 기원하지만 둘이서 힘들 땐 언제든지 우리에게 기대어도 된다. 원래 부모란 그러라고 있는 거니까.
Denny, now I'm getting tearful. As you have done to this day, we believe that you'll make the right choices in your life. Over your lifetime, there are many times where there are puzzles and challenges you cannot solve on your own. I wish the two of you work through the future together, but remember, we're also here to lean on. If you ever need us.
제스야, 시대가 바뀌어서 여자의 역할이 옛날과는 많이 바뀌었다지만 그래도 집안의 행복과 웃음은 대부분 현명한 아내와 좋은 엄마에게서 시작된다. 서로 다른 문화와 삶의 배경에도 당당히 서로 선택하였으니 서로 잘 이해하며 의지하기 바란다.
Jess, times have changed and so have the role of women in society. However, I still feel that a happy family starts with a wise woman and a good mother. The two of you have chosen each other over different backgrounds and cultures, and we hope you learn to understand and trust each other and lean on each other for support.
우리는 살면서 사소한 문제로 다투게 되고 잠깐의 실수나 의미 없는 한마디로 상대방의 치유와 상처를 주기도 합니다. 오늘은 내가 너의 미래를 책임지고 너에게 나의 미래를 맡기기로 결심하고 이제 그 결심을 실현하기 위한 첫발을 내딛는 순간입니다. 오래도록 이 결심을 지키고 행복한 미래를 위해서는 서로를 이해하고 배려하도록 노력해야 합니다. 이해와 배려가 없다면 상대방의 주장이 고집이 세고 이해심이 없다고 하고 내 주장은 신념을 이야기할 뿐이라고 생각하여 다투게 됩니다. 사랑이 오래도록 유지하기 위해서는 꼭 상대방에 대한 이해와 배려가 기본이라는 것을 마음에 새기기 바랍니다.
We all hurt one another with hate words and mistakes from time to time. Today is a day that two of you have formally committed yourselves to each other, and for this to last, you must make the efforts and have patience to understand and respect each other.
이제까지 두 사람을 지켜본 여러분과 저희는 두 사람의 사랑이 확실하며 오랜 기간의 만남 끝에 여기까지 오게 되었음을 알고 있습니다. 이들의 미래를 걱정하기보다는 이들의 결심과 믿음의 박수를 보내고 앞으로의 행로에 좋은 일이 가득하길 축복해 주시기 바랍니다. 바쁘신 와중에도 이 자리에 참석하여 두 사람의 앞날을 축복해 주신 여러분께 다시 한번 감사드립니다.
Having seen the two of you over the years, we are certain of your love for each other. Rather than worry, we will cheer your journey and hope that it is full of happiness. Thank you to everyone who have joined us on today's celebrations, despite your busy schedules and uncertainties that 2020 has brought. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, the worst bit's actually done. Now I'd like to invite Jess's father to come up to the stage.
Do you want to translate or what? I don't know. At the end? Kia ora. Start with the Maori greetings. And Kim, my wife, Jess' mom, and I'm JC. It's quite easy to remember because Kim is my golden lady, and Kim in Chinese means gold. So it's my golden lady there, Kim. And for me, I think I know most of you around here, and it's quite easy to remember my name too. It doesn't stand for Jesus Christ or John Cleese, all right? So that's it. I'm trying to learn something new. 안녕하세요. Welcome everybody. Thank you to each and every one of you for joining us to welcome the new bride and groom, Jessica and Denny, our in-laws, Alex and Mihi, and the daughter Yuna, the MC today. My friends who travel from Wellington, Derek, Cindy, Melissa, who else I can see there? See, I'm like so forgetful now, you know. David, Regan, Florence, and my very close friends here in Christchurch, Robert and Peggy. Okay, now I'm supposed to talk something about my daughter. So it's not easy to write speeches, you know. This is my first time here, so I could help Mr. Google to help me a bit and get me some sequence on how to say certain words and all that. Okay, so here goes about my daughter. We are both extremely proud to witness our daughter Jessica growing up into a woman that she is today, working hard through uni, graduating as a pharmacist. Jess loves to try everything. I don't think you know what she loves at the moment. She does started I think she was like 6 or something. She wanted to do tap dancing. So so we get her tap dancing shoes. So she did some tap dancing, and after that she gave up. And then my youngest daughter, Janice, somewhere around. And she ended up doing taekwondo. Just went and have a look, and then just ended up taekwondo. I think they almost black belt. Just one grade before, but because they were quite small and small size, they can't break the board. So you have to break the board or something before you can get into a black belt. So they're almost there. Maybe she can continue that again. So I'm just going through impromptu things. I just got something to help me. And Jess is very good at painting. She did Chinese painting too. I think you should have seen some of her painting. She's really good at that. So she got nice, beautiful Chinese painting. She loves badminton. I think she's still playing badminton. And also she loves to sing. There's just a few things to name. Okay, it actually brings a lot of tears of joy to me. The first time she entered a talent competition. I don't think you all knew that she entered a talent competition. And she was like up on stage and singing and all that. No, I was actually at the back and I was looking at her like, actually I was streaming tears down. She didn't see it, just wiping off quickly. And all that. And she didn't get into the final or whatever, but people beside her said, "Oh, your daughter's really singing very well," and all that. They love her singing. Too bad the judge are not that good. And Jess is a very, very independent person and super caring. I think most of you know. She cares about everything, a lot of people and all that. Sorry. And I think 2007, I lost my job. And Jess actually came and see us, says, oh, she want to go out and work to help out the family. That's how caring she is. But she was too young, so we said, no. She better concentrate on her studies, which she did. So we love her very much, you know that. We wishes her all the best in her new journey with Denny. Hopefully they embrace each other, respect each other, and welcome our new family. And this one was supposed to have mom here too, but too bad. I'm just doing it. Okay, this mom's speech. Mom's supposed to say, Jess, Mom loves you so much. And I can still recall the first word you say. So it's that. She's always been a daddy's girl. Denny and Jess, do look after each other in your new journey together. And congratulations again. And welcome to the family. And let me tell you a bit about Denny. Even though I know him since he knew Jess, there's something that I'm so proud of him. He rang me about this time last year. I know he's really nervous. Who wouldn't be when he's trying to ask the marriage of a daughter? And he did. He rang me and said that he wants to carry on the next journey with Jess and all that. And we hatched out a plan. Jess didn't know about it. So I ordered a cake, everything already. And when they came to Wellington last year, and Denny came on his knees and proposed to Jess. That was so sweet of him. And who wouldn't be proud to be his in-laws? Oh gosh, something went off. Sorry, sometimes you can't trust technology. So, Alex and Mihi, thank you so much for sharing Denny with Jess. And both of you have done a really, really great job bringing up Denny. He's such a fine young man that you all should be really proud of. I just got simple advice for both of you. Like every couple faces difficulty times or disagreement during their marriage. I think everybody has done that before. But should remember to stay strong and be bonded by your love that you have for each other. Practice a give and take approach, whether one is right or wrong, You must try not to break your love for each other. Alex, me, myself, and Kim as parents will always be here for both of you. And can I please ask everybody to stand up while I get my glass? Oops. Let's give a toast to Jess and Denny, to the bride and groom. And now I got a video to play, and it'll be almost the end. There's the remote control. It's missing. Johnny, where you hide it? Got that? You got that video? No. Desktop.
Yeah, that's for me too.
Under work and video in video. Okay. Our families are all overseas, so they can't make it. So my cousin managed to come up with a video of it. At the end, it'll be quite interesting to see. Thank
Hello,
you, everyone.
Jessica and Denny. Greetings from Singapore. We are so happy for you. Congratulations. Best wishes on your new journey ahead. Hope that one day we can visit you in New Zealand.
Jessica，我是二姨，祝你们新婚快乐，百年好合，早生贵子。
Have fun on your special day.
Bye bye.
Hi, greetings from Penang. Jessica, congrats on your wedding. We are so happy for you. Wishing you both a lifetime of love and happiness.
哥姐真壮哥，恭喜你嘅查某囝啊！
今天啊，天龙哥，恭喜你啊！嘅查某囝啦，生一个了啊，做着人着母啊！
Okay, happy
Happy
wedding.
wedding.
Bye bye.
Hi, Jessica. I'm Uncle Simon from New York. Congratulations on your wedding.
Hi, Jessica，安迪，你祝你新婚快乐，早生贵子，一家人快快乐乐，健健康康。
Yes.
Hi, Jessica and Denny. Congratulations on your marriage and to starting a new chapter together. I wish you the very best, and I hope you guys enjoy your special day.
Okay, bye. Have fun.
안녕하세요. We'd like to wish you both a very happy married life. Hope this day will bring lots of love and joy to your life. We will be sending lots of blessing all the way from Malaysia to both of you.
小阿姨和小姨丈在这里祝你们新婚快乐，百年好合。拜拜。
Bye bye.
Jessica，祝你俩新婚之喜，白头偕老，相亲相爱，早生贵子。
Dear Jin Chong and wife, congratulations to you and on your daughter's marriage. I wish them and bride and groom a very happy wedding. I am so sorry that I can speak very slowly now, but at least I can speak. I congratulate you and hope that you have a very good life together. I hope that after the wedding you can come and visit us and celebrate as well. It is also a good time for you to visit your relatives all over the place. I would like to congratulate once more time for the happy occasion. I hope that you will continue to live a life of love and work with each other for good, for your future. Wishing you all the very best, and I will look forward to seeing you very soon. Thank you. Bye bye.
Congratulations, Jin Chong and Sukim. And also best wishes to the wedding couple, Jessica and Danny. And have a great future. Best wishes again from Sampu Paul and Sarah here.
Hello, Jessica Chin. Congratulations on
Hi, Jessica.
congratulations on your wedding day, and have a great honeymoon with your beloved husband, Denny.
Yes.
Same to you, Denny.
Enjoy yourself.
Hello, Niso, congratulations congratulations on your daughter wedding. Now, congratulations to the bride and bridegroom. Wishing both of the bride and bridegroom have a lifetime of love and happiness. Okay, แพ็คไปจงไหนไปคอยกันจอดีนะล่ะ โอเคล่ะ bye bye.
Hi, Dennis and Jessica. 안녕하세요. 팅팅쿠쿠 from Singapore. Singapore also? I hope I'm saying the correct things. Wishing both of you a happy, blessed married life. Hope to see you soon in Penang. Once again, 축하해요. Congratulations. Bye.
Hi, Jessica and Denny. Congratulations. We wish you have a wonderful wedding on your big day and happy marriage, you and Denny. By the way, I'm Sally Kuku and Jeremy from USA. Wishing you wonderful, wonderful and sweet marriage. Bye.
Hi Jessica and Danny. Congratulations both of you for your wedding. Lin Jie here, wishing you both lots of love and happiness ahead.
Yeah.
See you soon. Bye.
Congratulations. Bye.
Hi Jessica and Danny, congratulations on your marriage. Wishing both of you a lifetime of happiness and love from all of us here in Malaysia, Brian, my daughter Lana and me myself. Bye, see you soon.
Hey Jessica and Danny.
Congratulations! We already know that Jessica is an awesome pharmacist.
So if you ever need drugs, you can count on her.
She's also a good singer.
So Danny, you're a really lucky guy.
You can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there, and I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2. You'll be there, 'cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, you can count on me 'cause I can count on you.
Sorry, just was surprised by the last bit. And I think my uncle who got a stroke, so he couldn't speak that well in the beginning and all that. And a lot of them are not videographers, so that's why some of the videos are all, and you can tell that who are the good videographers in there at the last few bits. And the last two are my cousin who does the video collection and all those things and put this all together. And he's the one who actually recorded Jess singing. And it was surprised he put it there at the end.
Thank you. Now, Denny, aren't you glad you got me for a sister? Because I didn't embarrass you that badly. And I'm really glad that we don't have a bigger family as we do, as Jess has. Because what you see here is half my relatives. Only the other half's in Korea, but thank God I don't think I can MC for a family member twice. We're actually bang on time today, so dinner is ready to be served. It is a buffet, and we will have our Rosendale staff coming around, inviting each table by table to the buffet to collect your meals. 오늘 저녁은 일단 뷔페고요. 뷔페는 일단 여기 직원들이 와서 이제 테이블마다 각자 이제 따로 와서 이제 가서 이제 저희 뒤에 커튼 뒤로 가서 식사 받아오시면 됩니다. 일단 dinner, cue dinner. Before then, we do have more speeches, and there's actually more speeches than I realise. So we're going to start a few minutes early, and I'd like to call upon Jae-woo, who's one of the groomsmen, up to the stage.
First of all, I would like to begin by saying, Denny and Jess, I hope your life journey together will be more and more fulfilling day by day. Denny and I went to high school and university together. Denny that I met in university was clever and witty and full of potential. Unfortunately, some things change over time. But please, take my word for it, even if you don't agree. What hasn't really changed, that I'm sure you will agree, is Denny's character. Denny has always been sociable with a well-rounded personality. Above all, he is loyal to those around him. Denny first introduced me to Jess around 4 years ago. I can't remember exactly what we talked about together, but I do remember having some tasty noodle under a blue sky on a green field. Jess also seemed clever and witty, and it wasn't hard for me at the time to anticipate that we would eventually meet at this ceremony together. Any clever girl would see that a loyal friend, in Jess's case, a loyal boyfriend, would naturally make a good candidate for a loyal husband. I think Jess also saw that Denny is a keeper. I do confess that I was a bit bewildered when I met Jess, because she did not look like the girl from the photo on Denny's phone during the last 3 years of his university. However, I do believe that that photo has been nothing more than a placeholder for Jess's. That photo, incidentally, was of a K-pop star who has never met Denny, so we have nothing to worry about there. Earlier this year, I met with Denny and Jess to pick Denny's clothing for the wedding. It was a relatively windy day this time with a drizzle. We initially intended to meet at one restaurant, but we had to change the venue and met at a different restaurant. After picking my dish, I sat and watched Denny debate over the next 15 minutes before selecting a meal together. At first, I didn't know what to do as I listened to their conversations. But as time went by, I realized that Denny had rightly found his keeper. Over that 15-minute period, Denny and Jess were turning their differences in opinion into an affection towards each other and reached a mutual agreement that they were both happy with. They showed me, perhaps inadvertently, that they were already making decisions in love and harmony in their daily life. A close friend of Denny and mine once said to me that Denny is like a blank piece of paper. When I asked what it meant, he replied that Denny takes up the style of the character of the people around him with no difficulty. I think this is a very suitable trait of a husband who by nature is willing to listen and would listen and care for his wife. And I'm sure that Jess will create a masterpiece of her happy marriage with Denny. This is the end of my speech. Denny and Jess, I do hope that you will have much joy and laughter in love as you grow old together. Would you give a round of applause to Denny and Jess, wishing their happy marriage together? Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have the next speaker, who is Johnny. We're just going down the table, really.
Thank you. All right. Let's see. All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Johnny. I'll do a quick Korean speech first and do an English one, so please bear with me. 여긴 뉴질랜드지만 한국어로 짧게 하나만 하겠습니다. 제가 2005년에 여기 처음 내려왔을 때 큰어머니랑 큰아버지가 잘 맞아주셨어요. 여기 은경이 누나랑 배원 형도 만나고 아마 그 같은 주에 여기 이모, 이모부, 현진이 그리고 은하 누나를 같이 만났습니다. 현진이를 처음 만났을 때도 잘생기고 무뚝뚝하고 뚱한 얼굴이었어요. 근데 그 당시에는 제가 여기 뉴질랜드에 1년만 영어 공부를 하고 돌아갈 생각이었는데 지금 여기 결혼식에 서서 스피치를 하게 됐습니다. 데니상, 상현진, 네, 친척인 듯 친척 아닌 친척 같은 너. 한국어로 너한테 이렇게 길게 말하는 건 처음인데 알아들을지 모르겠다. 모르면 제스한테 물어봐. 내가 2011년 멜번을 떠나고 나서도 멜번에 와서 만나고 다시 계속 연락하고 그리고 내가 너 집에도 허구나 놀러 가고 퉁명스럽고도 언제나 반갑게 맞아주고 너하고 제스한테 정말 언제나 고마워. 내 마음을 따뜻하게 해준 것 같아. 내가 개인적으로 한 사람이 사람으로서 다른 사람의 행복을 진심으로 위하는 거는 정말 어렵다고 생각하거든. 사람은 이기적이니까. 근데 너희 둘을 보고 있으면 정말 행복해지면 좋겠다라는 생각밖에 들지 않아. 그러니까 그래서 오늘 결혼을 축하하고 다 알아들었어? Okay, good. Now he understood. So now English speech begins now. It's an honor to be here to celebrate the coming together of one beautiful individual and one Korean man. I'm just kidding, of course. You're beautiful too. I mean, how handsome is Denny today? And how beautiful is Jess today? As I mentioned, my name is Johnny. I met Denny in, 2005. And we then grew up together and until I left to uni. We then kept in contact and I moved back to New Zealand this year. Although it's a faint memory now, when I first met him, I remember thinking, this boy is angry. But I was a kid, so I didn't care about such things. So I talked at him in Korean and little English I knew. Despite his thick, angry eyebrows, his responses were really warm. And little did 12-year-old Denny know I am still here talking at him in Korean and English. Then it didn't take long for me to realize that he is an overachiever. We're the same age, but being a good Asian boy, he skipped a year, and fresh off the boat, I deferred a year. Moreover, he just had to go ahead and set up a good example, be studious, be good at badminton and other sports, and also be school prefect. These were the 3 of 1 million things that he has achieved, and his proud aunt, my New Zealand mother, just told me over and over again, thanks, Denny. And even without his achievements, there's no one quite like Denny. Behind his ice queen facade, he's a generous, genuine, considerate being that is rare to find in today's world. Denny and Jess always welcome me crashing at their place, and countless times a year. And Denny, I don't know if you remember, but there was one time I was stuck in Christchurch. I had to buy that $600 one-way ticket to Dunedin. I was in a terrible shape, and you came out during your work hour and shouted me lunch later that day. You have no idea how much that burger-fueled burger was, how meaningful that was to me, and you really saved the day. And you continue saving my day onwards. And I salute Jess for finding this gem, this treasure. And I salute you, Denny, for finding Jess. I have to be honest here. So I frankly don't remember when was the first time I met you, Jess. I don't know if I met you in Melbourne when you visited me or when I first time crashed at you, but I think that's because when I was first introduced to you, it felt like I've known you for a long time. It's a nice save, isn't it? And but opposite to Denny, Jess is very warm and caring. And opposite to Denny also, she laughed at everything and she ate everything. Naturally, I was concerned that Denny might be too rough for Jess to handle. But it didn't take me long to realize that was no worries. I didn't need to worry at all. Yes, Denny, keep cutting those vegetables. Keep taking those bins out. Be a good boy. One moment. I feel #blessed to have shared these years with you guys. I'm a cynic, and I believe everyone is innately selfish. I think it's nearly impossible for someone to genuinely and truly wish for someone else's happiness. But looking at you two today, I wish nothing but happiness. I hope you guys get a dad and mom board together. I hope you guys get publicly embarrassed by stubborn children like yourselves. And in the meantime, I wish you will still find and grow happiness and love that you will never exchange for anything else in this world. And, oh, I totally forgot. There was a presentation going with it, but I'll skip to the fun bit. Oh, so that's when I first met him? Yeah. He hasn't changed much, actually. And then I was going to flash this one when I was talking about Jess. And then my last closing statement, which is coming right up, is that please continue to sing together. And and find laughter in every small thing together. And lastly, let your guests speak for more than 5 minutes at your wedding. That'll be it. Please, would everyone raise their glass? I don't have mine, but I'll raise my mic. To the newlywed husband and wife, Denny and Jess.
Thanks, Johnny. We're very tight for a schedule, but you thought we were going down the table, but I lied. We're going to backtrack. We now invite Jimmy, our best man, to come and speak for us.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Jimmy. I've known Denny since high school. It's unfortunate that I cannot make it to the wedding, but I hope you have all here had a lovely time so far and continue to have a fantastic time for the rest of the evening. So I have been promised by Jess that she and Denny will not peek at this video until the wedding day. So I'm going to be brutally honest here for the next 5 minutes. I hope our friendship still hold up after this wedding. Although it has been 16 years since I shared my first high school classes with Denny, I still have fond memories of walking around with him at lunch in the field of Burnside High School. My first impression of him was that he's a little shy, but friendly, and has the most exaggerated reaction to anything remotely interesting. Watching his reaction has always been more entertaining than the entertainment itself. His laughter is always so contagious that I cannot help myself laughing as well. Denny and I also went to the same university together. You might have heard stories of how drunk some of the engineering students can get in there, causing an eventual ban of alcohol in the island area. If you are hoping to hear some juicy story of our man in those parties, you might be disappointed to hear that Denny has an odd tendency of getting really drowsy after just a few drinks. So nothing overly wild ever happened to him in those parties. However, he taught me to enjoy all the little things in life, like playing video games together, winning against a difficult opponent in badminton, and going on a road trip. Just simple things. Life has always been calm with him, but happiness is always around. I still remember all of Denny's past relationships, but I'm not going to delve into them for just a sec. However, one thing I do need to say is that Denny used to move heaven and earth to take care and win brownie points from his partners, which often require changes in his life that's simply not sustainable. However, when he started going out with Jess here, I almost don't notice much change, except for the growing contentment with life. Things just felt natural. They will enjoy all the little things in life without compromising anything. So I was not surprised when they got closer and closer as time passes, despite the distance between them at the start. My first knowledge of Jess is that she was this mysterious girl that Denny came to know from a friend who joined forces to our gaming group online. Despite not physically meeting her, we would chat online as we play. And her laughter was the only one that would rival with Denny's. When she eventually invited us to meet her and her friends in Wellington, I had my suspicion that this might be some grand scheme to bring Denny closer to her life. Now looking at those two here, I'm glad that it worked. You know, when Denny and I were on the plane together to Wellington from Christchurch, Denny would put on this special wristband with a metal button that he claims to help with his air sickness. However, despite his noticeable discomfort being in the air, I noticed an eagerness and excitement in his eye that I've never seen before. That's why I know that this journey is going to be the start of something magnificent in his life. I wish the two of you a long and happy marriage together. So everyone, please raise your glasses to the bride and groom. Congratulations and happy marriage.
Thanks, Jimmy, from Australia. See if I can get him back up on his podium. I need an assistance. Now, before we move on to the bridesmaids' combined speeches, I'm going to say a word to Jess as Denny's sister. Jess, I thought I'd just say a couple of words. This is completely impromptu, but your dad's speech reminded me a couple of things. Your dad said you swapped out of lots of different hobbies growing up, and here is to remind you that you cannot give up on Denny. He can chop vegetables, but he can't cook. Also, our family does not practice refund policies. So you're stuck with him. On that note, I'm going to invite the bridesmaids to do their speech, and I think they've got a little game at the end of it.
Good evening, everyone. We are delighted and honoured to have been chosen by Jess as her bridesmaids and to share with you some of the stories from the time we have spent with her over the years. My name is Suhui, and I have known Jess since the age of about 8 at Johnsonville Primary School. To my left is Kidge, who has known Jess since Onslow College in 2005. And to round out the bridesmaids is Janice, who is the younger sister, although sometimes, much to her dismay, she gets mistaken for the older one. Between us, we have 61 years of friendship. To describe Jess, there are a few words that come to mind: thoughtful, caring, kind, willing to go with the flow, perpetually happy. Not many things seem to bring Jess's mood down. Creative, K-pop and K-drama obsessed. One of the traits Jess's friends love about her is that she remembers things of importance to you, like your birthday or anniversaries, and will help you celebrate those. She is generous and puts effort into things like making her own birthday cards or personalised gifts. During the era of dial-up internet, she would always have long conversations over the phone to her friends, including Kidge and I. And Jess always makes time to catch up with her friends. And even if it's been a while in between catch-ups, it's like nothing has changed. Jess is also a really good cook. Her cooking skills started when we were still in primary school. We would often play cooking in the garden, making meals out of leaves, twigs, flowers, and grass for our parents to eat. Alongside imaginative play, Jess is quite the writer. In our tweens, we used to write together in a little notebook about a fictional character entitled The Adventures of Queen. In this multi-part saga written over many years, Queen, played by the lovely Jess, and her trusty servant, played by myself, would go on adventures, thwarting criminals and assassination plots while being just glamorous. Jess would often resume her role as Queen when we were in Johnsonville Pool on a weekly basis, where Jess would sit on a pool noodle and I, as her servant, would feed her invisible grapes and drag her around the swimming pool, being commanded to swim faster. Jess is still a queen, except now, instead of having a servant, she's got Denny. She's also interested in all things gaming and anime and cutesy cartoons. Without her, I wouldn't know what Super Mario Brothers, Dance Dance Revolution, home karaoke, Xbox, or PS2 were. And it's this interest in gaming that has led her to an important man in her life, Mr. Denny Sung.
Hi, I'm Janice, the younger sister of Jess. So the love story of Jess and Denny starts off with a bit of drama. Jess was about to leave for a big overseas experience when tragedy struck. Jess tore her Achilles tendon, so she couldn't walk properly for a few months. While she was stuck at home, as many of you would know, she started playing the video game Dota with her friends and Denny. From then on, they started to get to know each other online and met up a few times afterwards. A year later, Jess moved over to Christchurch to be with her beloved. And a few more years later, here we are all gathered here today. But how is Denny the one for Jess? One thing's for sure, Jess loves all things Korean. K-pop, K-drama, someone named Denny, I think. Denny is a great caring guy, taking Jess out on various adventures, as well as treating her to dinner and taking her out for weekly bubble tea. He's also super smart, being really good at games and friendly, getting along with Jess's many friends. Definitely not a scrub.
Hi everyone, I'm Kidge, as Sue mentioned, and I met Jess at Onslow 15 years ago. Onslow College, sorry. One of the most important topics that we spent a lot of time discussing during our years was boys. But since this is a wedding speech, I'll keep it brief. To summarize, basically we complained to each other about how boys don't know what girls want, boys are useless, and basically we were never going to find anyone suitable. But I see how happy Jess is with Denny, and I know that she has found her someone. For those of you who didn't know, and I think most of you do now, Jess and Denny share a lot of similar interests, like playing badminton, playing board games, and gaming online. The one thing that many people might not know is they even have side-by-side computer gaming setups together at home, which is quite cute. And they also both love playing Pokemon Go. So a couple of years ago, I visited Jess and Denny in Christchurch, and they wanted to go to Hagley Park to catch Pokemon together. And I just remember looking at them and I was just thinking, these two people are just made for each other. In all these years of knowing Jess, I've come to share many things in common with her. So much so that we used to joke that I'm an Indian twin. Jess, I just want to say that you are my sister from another mother, and I'm really, really happy that you found your true love in Denny. Thank you so much also for making our colleges so much fun. So no wedding speech is complete without some advice for the bride and the groom. So to Jess, may you share everything with your husband Denny, including the housework. Don't let him get away without doing any of that. And to Denny, you have to remember these 5 words that I'm about to say because they'll ensure a really happy marriage. I'm sorry, it's my fault. We'd like to end by making a toast, so if everyone can just raise their glasses. Sorry. Congratulations, Jess and Denny, on your wonderful marriage. Wishing you both lots of love, fun, laughter, and excitement in your journey together. May it be filled with all the happiness in the world. Cheers. I'm so nervous. Do you want the mic? Yeah. I hate public speaking. I'm like shaking.
Okay, so we thought we would do something a little bit novelty for you two. So if Denny and Jess could please take a seat facing back to back on those 2 chairs that are set up in the middle of the room.
I am.
Okay, so swap a shoe. Good. So you should have in each hand one of your own and one of the other person's shoe. Okay, so Kidge and I are going to ask you a series of questions. And in response to the question, what we would like you to do is to raise the hand with a shoe in it that is the answer. So if you think the answer is Jess, raise your shoe. Good. And high up so everyone can see it. Good. Yep. And if you think the answer is Denny, then raise the other shoe. Fabulous. Okay. Good. Okay. So we begin. Who made the first move?
Nice. All right. That's all right. You can put the. Who paid on the first date?
Who was the first to declare their love?
Who's the better kisser?
Who wears the pants in the relationship?
Who's the best driver?
Who is better when it comes to directions?
Who's the best chef? I think.
Who is the pickier eater?
Who is right more often?
Who's more likely to steal all the covers on a cold night?
Who snores louder?
Who is the better singer in the shower?
Oh, I like this one. Who farted first in front of the other?
Who is more likely to start an argument?
All right, who is more likely to end an argument?
Who is messier?
Who is better at keeping secrets?
Who is the big spoon?
I was not expecting that. All right. Who gives the better gifts? Oh, that's cute. Yeah, you can just.
Who is the first to apologize?
He better learn from his mistakes. Yeah. All right. Last one. Who do you love more than anyone in the world?
Thanks, girls.
Family, friends, and those of you here just for the free food and booze, thank you for joining us here today. It's been a particularly eventful year, and it means a lot to both of us that so many of you are here with us today, despite all the current events around the world.
While we're waiting for the desserts to be ready, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank some people who played a huge part in making today a wonderful occasion. Wenqing, thanks for dragging me out of the house to actually do some sort of physical activity. Sarah, thanks for making that gorgeous, soon to be in my tummy cake.
Sam, thanks for recording today's events so we can relive all the embarrassing and failed moments from today. For any of you out there who's looking for a videographer, check out his website at weddingwithknee.com. To my groomsmen here, the 3 J's, Jimmy, Johnny, and Jay Woo. Jimmy, you could do with more food, but. So thanks for willingly bidding to our every will and helping us in preparation for today. But in all seriousness, you've all been a huge part of my life over the years, and it means a lot to both of me. It means a lot to me to have you guys here with me, physically and in spirit.
My 3 girls here, Suhui, Kij, and Janice. Suhui, I've known you since we were little kids, and I thank you for putting up with me for so long. Kij, thank you for all the countless number of conversations we've had. You would have thought she'd be sick of talking to me by now. My baby sister, Janice, I've watched you grow and blossom into the woman you are now. I'm so proud to call you my sister, and I can't wait till it's your turn to walk down the aisle and play a video of you. Thank you 3 for being the best friends that any girl could have. You guys have always been there for me, and thank you for laughing and crying throughout the years and today with me.
To my new dad, mum, and younger sister, thanks for accepting me so readily into the family. They say that when you marry someone, you marry their family as well, and that's not usually considered such a good thing, but you guys have been so supportive of my relationship with Jess from the start, and it's a real honor and privilege to be able to be a part of the family.
To my new family, Una, the older sister I never had, thank you for being so multi-talented and helping us out so much with today. Not only have I gained a new sister, I've gained a new MC, designer, translator, and a long-time friend. Harmonin, Abonim, Harmonim, 저를 가족으로 받아들여 주셔서 감사합니다. 저의 한국어는 아직 서투지만 계속해서 열심히 노력하겠습니다. 앞으로도 잘 부탁드립니다. To my new grandma, dad, and mum, thank you for accepting me into the family. Although my Korean is not perfect, I will continue to keep learning, and I'm excited to be part of the family.
저를 이 세상에 태어나게 해준 우리 아버지 어머님 무뚝뚝한 아들 키우느라 고생하셨습니다. 누나랑 저를 더 나은 삶을 살게 해주려고 말도 제대로 안 통하는 이번 뉴질랜드까지 오셔서 저희들을 키워주셔서 너무 감사하고 사랑합니다. 건강하고 행복하고 효도하면서 살아가는 아들이 되도록 노력하겠습니다. 그리고 우리 뉴질랜드 친척 가족분들 할머니, 큰아빠, 큰엄마, 이모, 하늘에 계신 이모부, 그리고 우리 은경이 누나, 병호 형, 은정이, 민정이 진짜 이 모든 분들께 너무 많이 사랑받으면서 컸고 오늘 저를 키워주신 분들 앞에서 결혼식을 치를 수 있다는 게 너무 행운이고 감사하게 생각합니다. 이때까지 모든 것에 정말 너무 감사드리고 오늘 여기서 저희와 좋은 시간 보내셨으면 합니다. To my mom and dad, thanks for raising me to be the man that I am today. You brought Yuna and I to this faraway country when you couldn't even speak the language that well, all for the sake of our future. And I hope I've made you proud today. Yuna, you've done so much for me over the years and always sacrificed for me. Mum used to say that I was the more talented one, but I always knew that she was saying that just to make me feel better. So, and everything you've helped us with for today is a real testament to that. So thanks for being the best big sister brother could ask for. I love you all, and I promise to work hard to be the loving husband for Jess and be a son and younger brother that makes you proud. And also a big thanks to all my relatives here today, my grandma, my aunties, uncles, my cousins, Olivia, Brian, Jenny and Laura. You've all been a huge part of me growing up, and I want to say thank you for your love and support over the years. Consider myself extremely lucky and grateful to be able to have so many of you here with us today, and I hope you all have a great night tonight.
To my dad and mum, you've brought me up to be the woman I am today, and I'm forever grateful to call you my parents. I knew I was gonna cry. Thank you for supporting me and for always being there for me. Even if we don't live in the same city. You've sacrificed so much for me and Janice to have a good life. You don't know how much it means to us. Thank you for accepting Denny into our family, even early into our relationship. Although sometimes I don't show it much, I love you both so much, and thank you for being my parents.
Last but not least, I want to thank everyone else here today. Also to those of you who are overseas and watching the recording, I want to thank our bank account. Thanks you for your virtual attendance. We'll catch up with you all soon once we're allowed to travel again. Thanks again, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the evening. We hope to see you all on the dance floor.
I have to say I've never known Denny to speak that well in Korean. Someone surely has written it for him. This is a guy who sometimes gets that alphabet horizontally flipped when he writes, so I don't believe that he wrote that on his own, but he may prove me wrong one day. So next we're going to move on to a Chinese tradition called the Yamseng. There are many people probably here who do not know this tradition, and it's certainly not something that's natural to us Koreans here. So I am going, before I invite the bride and the groom's family up, I am going to just explain it briefly for the people who do not know this tradition. And it is essentially a toast to the bride and groom. We will be doing it several times, so you get to practice and get better. I will lead and I will explain what we're doing, but in essence, we will be saying, as a joint group, Yam Sang. The longer and the louder, the better. 일단 지금 이제 디저트로 가기 전에 저희 이제 중국 전통인 얌생이라는 나름의 건배사를 할 것 같은데요. 이제 이 건배사로 이제 얌생이라고 이제 크게 다 같이 이제 건배를 할 건데 이제 목소리가 더 크고 더 오래 길게 들어질수록 더 좋은 거랍니다. 그러니까 우리 다 같이 이제 곧 할 건데 이제 I'd like to invite mum and dad up. Auntie and uncle. And the wedding party on stage. And I would also like to invite everyone to stand up with your glasses. Make sure you've got something in your glass. Yamsing. Right, so the first toast. We're going to raise our glasses and give 3 toasts to celebrate this happy occasion. The first toast wishes the lovely couple a blissful marriage full of mutual respect. You realize the next one has to be better and longer. And there's another one after that. Right, the second toast, which is Denny and Jess. Eternal love for each other. Aww. Are you ready? And the third and final toast is supposedly a crowd favourite. And it is to wish that the lovely couple will start a family soon. So get ready, take a deep breath in. We're going to go for a long time this time. Are you ready? You may sit down now.